Tonight, these four people need to compete for the prizes of a lifetime on The Price is Right, presented by New Imperial, the taste-tested margarine that has the sweet, natural taste of the 70-cent spread. And now your host on The Price is Right, and here he is, Bill Collins.
Welcome to The Price. I wonder why everyone is staring at me. Tonight, you folks at home are going to have your last look at the current Price is Right sweepstakes, the chance for you to come to New York and become a contestant on the program by the simple expedient of sending in a postcard. Now, more about the sweepstakes later. Right now, let's say hello to four nice people. Here's our champion back for the third straight week, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
It is Mr. Francis Hennehan, a clerk from New York City. In 3 weeks, he's won a total of $15,906 worth of merchandise. That's good. Francis, last week you won an automobile, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I did, Bill. I was in the city today driving it with the top down, of course. We had 50-degree weather. And
beautiful today, yeah.
And I stopped at a red light, and a cab driver come alongside, and he says, what's the value of the car? And I says, well, about $7,000. He said, did your mother like the fur coat and a birthday? So he knew.
He saw you win it, huh? Here's Mrs. Henriette Isaacson, a housewife from Denver, Colorado. Henriette, what brings you to New York?
I'm here for a wonderful reason, Bill.
Oh?
It's my daughter Linda's 18th birthday, and she goes to school in the East. So my husband and I came out to help her celebrate on Sunday.
Well, I hope she has a happy one.
Thank you. I hope so, too.
Here's Mr. Wayne Rice, a truck driver from Long Island, New York. Do you drive long distance, Wayne?
Well, I used to, but now I'm married and I have 4 children. Wayne and Beverly, Scott and Jeffrey, and my wife put a stop to it.
So now you have to drive a shorter route.
I gotta make a short haul now.
They will put a stop to a thing like that, you know. After all. Let's say hello to Mrs. Mary Pine, a housewife from New Brunswick, New Jersey. Do you have any children at home, Mary?
Oh, I sure do. My oldest daughter, Colleen, is 9, Kathleen is 7, and my son, my private nervous breakdown is 3 1/2.
You have 3 children,
yes,
huh?
I do.
Remember 4 and you put a stop to it.
Oh,
now, before we start the game, I'd like to give each of you a wonderful gift from Lever Brothers, a full year's supply of Dove. All right, there you are. There's June with it. Let's play The Price is Right. You bid for the merchandise we present. You go as high as you want. You stop whenever you want. It goes to the person who bids the highest without going over. Big winner at the end of the show gets a chance to come back again to next week's program and take on 3 new challengers. Understood? All right. Did June make it behind there? All right. June had a long run. She's fixed it with nail polish. Watch the turntable. It's going to spin. And here's our first item going up for bids on The Price is Right.
An elegant bar. A beautiful custom-designed canopy bar, executed in walnut finish with pearl pattern inserts. It has a colorful striped canopy, a white Formica countertop, 5 storage compartments, and a locked beverage compartment. It measures 98 inches long and is complete with 6 matching stools upholstered in tangerine naugahyde. This unusual canopy bar is yours if the price is right. Price Authority, Willow and Reed Incorporated, New York. Have one, Bill.
Big spender. Oh, they all go. Every time I walk up to a bar, this happens. It must be the way I dress. Now, we're going to start the bidding with our champion. That's Mr. Hennehan. And it's going to be $50 minimums, Francis, so you go ahead and start any place you want while I get comfortable here.
$100, Bill.
$100 as an opener, and $50 minimums, Miss Isaacson, over to you.
Well, my husband will punish me if I don't make this one, so I'll bid $150.
Okay, how about you, Mr. Rice?
200.
200 to Mrs. Pine.
250.
250 back to Mr. Hennehan, our champ.
350.
350, Miss Isaacson.
I have to think. I have to think.
350.
Higher?
5 seconds.
375.
Minimums are $50.
Oh, 50. $400.
400, Mr. Rice, you're 2.
I'll freeze.
And 1 out. Miss Pine, you're 250.
500.
Top is 4. 5, you say? Mr. Hennehan, you're 350. Top is 5.
I freeze.
2 out, 2 in. Miss Isaacson, you're 4. Top is 5.
I freeze.
It's all over and the bidding's done and that ends it. Well, I have a very good idea who's going to win this. When the bids are 350, 400, 200 for a low, and $500 for a high. Let me take a look in the envelope now and come up with the actual retail price, if I may. Sure. You ready? Actual retail price, $1,279. Mrs. Pine, you have it easily. Pass that along to Mrs. Pine, faster, if you will. There you are. Pass that on down there. Mrs. Pine, you have a bonus. You have a bonus. And not only, may I say, before I say anything else, you not only have a bonus, but you have a fine bonus. Do you like parties?
Oh, I love them.
I do, too.
I admit it.
Now, that bar is going to come in very handy when you decide to throw a big party. And if you'd like to make it a real big party, we'll supply the music with this bonus. The Woody Herman Orchestra. Tell you, Mrs. Pine, that is really the one and only Woody Herman and his orchestra. And Woody, along with the entire band, are going to play their great music for you and your guests. If your place isn't big enough, we'll hire you a hall. I hope all 25 of you are very happy. Congratulations. Thank you, Woody. Oh, boy, we'll have another terrific prize in a moment, but now a message from the taste-tested margarine, New Imperial.
Mrs. Quigley, this is an Imperial taste test.
Yes.
One of these crackers has Imperial, the other the 70-cent spread.
Yes.
Would you taste them both and see if you can tell us which is the Imperial, please?
All right. Try the other.
Now, can you tell the difference?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Now,
not. Well,
this is the truth.
let's see what's on the plate.
Imperial.
That was Imperial. And this one, that was the 70-cent spread, wasn't it? Mrs. Quigley, there is a difference.
Oh,
but
yes.
as you have yourself determined, it is not in the taste.
No.
The big difference, of course, is in the price. New Imperial has the sweeter, natural flavor of the 70-cent spread, and like the 70-cent spread, you keep it refrigerated.
Yes.
But it costs far, far less. So why pay more?
How true. How very true.
All right, now, if you'll all just take a look over there to your left, watch that drapery very closely, the one on the far left. Here's our second item going up for bids on tonight's Price is Right.
It's a Surrey. A deluxe, modern reproduction that actually rides up to 35 miles an hour. It's constructed with an all-steel body and is powered by an 8-horsepower engine with electric starter. It has 2 forward speeds and reverse, is painted bright red with black fenders, and will be the talk of your town.
Yes, it
if
will.
you make the best bid. Price Authority, Dyer Products Company, Canton, Ohio. Bill?
There you are. Oh, look at that Cavalier over there, isn't that? Thank you, Tony Wallace and Jimmy McDonough. We start with number 2 on this one. Minimums are going to be $50. It is not an antique. I don't know if you could hear the description. It is a reproduction of one. Miss Isaacson, we begin with you, $50 minimums.
I'll bid $200.
How about you, Mr. Rice?
$250.
That's sort of in your line, being a truck man. Miss Pine, winner of
$300.
so much so far tonight. Mr. Hennihan.
What was the last bill?
Up to 3. 300.
$350.
Okay, Miss Isaacson, you're 2, top 350.
$450.
$450, it's 100 up, Mr. Rice.
I'll bid $500.
Even 5, Miss Pine, you're 3.
$550.
$550, Mr. Hanahan. You're 3.
That's not like the car last week, but it's lovely.
There is a difference.
Oh, what was the last? I forgot.
$550.
6.
6 it is, Miss Isaacson. You're $450.
$650.
$650, Mr. Rice. You're 5.
$700.
Even 7, Miss Pine. There's the buzzer. Mrs. Pine, this is your final bid. You're $550, top is 7. This is your last chance to go for it.
$875.
$875 as a final. Mr. Hanahan, you're 6, your last bid.
I freeze.
Out. Miss Isaacson, you're $650, top $875, your last bid.
It's so exciting. I'll bid $1,000.
You bid 1,000 even. Mr. Rice, you're 7, tops 1,000. This bid ends the game.
$1,050.
It's over and you're high. That's it. Here are the bids, $600, 1,000 even. Mr. Rice is high at 1,050. Mrs. Pine says $875. There's your Dyer Surrey there. There it is in the picture. Let me take a look in here and come up with the actual retail price. You ready? Actual retail price, $1,295. The truck driver. Mr. Rice, that is your line. There you are. Count that along over there, if you will, to Mr. Rice, our truck driver. Good for you. You have a bonus. You have a... You know, just to set it up on your bonus, the best-dressed Surrey drivers in the old days used to wear a hat very much like this. You don't remember that. You're too young. But to bring you up to date, we're going to have 3 modern hats brought out here, and we're going to give you a chance to use them to make some money. Now, I'm going to put all 3 of the hats on. One of them is much more expensive than the other 2. If you can tell me which of these 3 hats, and don't anybody help, because it's not fair to the other contestants. If you can tell me which of these 3 is the most expensive, you will win $500. Otherwise, you will get the 3 hats. The first one I'm about to model is a derby, or a derby, as some people say. Take a look at that. Good. Can I have another one? This is a hamburger. Frequently referred to in better circles as a Hamburg. Cute. And finally, there, you take this one. This, of course, as you know, is a top, it's too big, that's what it is, but it's a top hat. Now, what we want you to know, take a look. For $500, which one of these hats is the most expensive? If you're right, you win $500. If not, you get the hats. Which one do you want?
Say this one on this end.
You say this, the one Tony is wearing.
Right.
Tony, reveal, if you will, the price tag inside there. The price tag of the Hamburg says $100. The price tag of, let me see yours over there, Junie. $20. It's up to the top hat to come in higher. The price tag of the top hat is $35. You were right. You get $500. There you are. 500. Now, you're not finished yet. You probably wondered why I wore this jacket when I came out here tonight. We're going to give you an idea, a chance to play the same thing with jackets. I'm going to show you 3 jackets. If you pick the one that is the most expensive, another $500 to you. If you miss, you just keep the $500 from the hats and you get the jackets. You ready? This one, of course, is a silk dressing gown, I would say. And for those of you who don't have color television, may I say, you're very fortunate. Now, thank you, Tony. Will I pull my stomach in? Ooh, there go my trousers. This is a regular sports jacket. You know, the kind you see around Yale and the University of Pittsburgh and Slippery Rock's teachers, right?
Well, truck drivers don't wear that.
This final one, now look at all 3. This final one is a, I guess you'd call it a leather western jacket, right? The kind you see in the Parade of Roses or the Palominos, Minos. There you are. Now, which one of these 3, for $500, do you think is the most expensive? Is it the one Tony's wearing, the one June is wearing, or the one, I don't look as silly as you two, or the one I am wearing for $500? If you're right, you get the $500.
I say the one you're wearing, Bill.
The one I'm wearing. All right, now the price tag's in the pocket, is it not? See if you're right. The price tag, look at that. The one I'm wearing is $39.50. Let me see the price tag on yours, if I may, June. $55. Tony, the price tag on yours, $100. You lost that 5, but you get yourself the original 5 on all 3 jackets. Thank you and congratulations. Thanks a lot to all of you. Our bids are instantaneously recorded on our tote machines, furnished by the American Totalizator Company, a division of Universal Control Incorporated. Now, we're going to give you your final look at the current Price is Right sweepstakes. All it takes is your estimate of the price of just one item, that's all. And you can send in all the postcards you like. If you're the winner, not only do you win the fabulous prize, but then we bring you to New York and you'll appear as a contestant on the program with us. So if you're ready, take a good look and listen carefully, please.
What's your bid for this exciting boat? It's the 25-foot Empress custom model by Rebel Craft Manufacturing Company, Arnold, Maryland. A beautiful cabin cruiser powered by a 185-horsepower Dearborn Interceptor Marine engine. The cabin is elegantly designed with Robertson upholstery and wall-to-wall carpeting. It has 2 foam berths, a dinette which converts to a berth for 2, plus icebox and stove. In addition, it has the following optional equipment: a pair of fire extinguishers, manually controlled electric bilge pump, bow pulpit, companion helm seat, electric windshield wiper, weather curtains, and aluminum screens. This elegant cabin cruiser will be yours if you win the boat sweepstakes.
Okay, to win that boat and become a contestant right here on the program, send us your estimate of the price of the boat to the penny. Now send as many cards as you like. Don, can we have the details, please, on the sweepstakes?
Certainly, Bill. Just write your name and residence address on a postcard only with your price for the boat. Address your card to Boat Sweepstakes. The Price is Right, Post Office Box 353, New York 46, New York. All cards must be in our hands no later than midnight, February 26th. Cards will be chosen at random based on the estimated population of each state. On the telecast of March 1st, 5 lucky persons will have their cards picked at random, and the first card with the exact price will be the winner. If none of the 5 cards has the exact price, the winner will be the first card drawn which has the highest estimate without going over the retail price. Anyone connected with The Price is Right and anyone who has appeared on the program is ineligible. Mail handling for the sweepstakes is under the supervision of an independent organization. Decision of the judges is final. Bill Cullen, add something, please.
Well, please remember to estimate the boat at its FOB price, city of manufacture, exclusive of all taxes. And to you, thank you for waiting. If you're ready, so are we. Watch the draperies to your immediate left. And here's our next item going up for bids. Tell us about it, Donald.
A complete kitchen. All from the Westinghouse Electric Corporation, including handsome heirloom maple wood cabinets. There's the deluxe Spacemates washer and dryer with 9-pound capacity fully automatic laundromat and matching 3-heat dryer. A utility cabinet, an Imperial king-size oven with Miracle Seal for perfect baking, a micarta countertop and sink, an Imperial rollout dishwasher with exclusive 140-degree hot water booster, the big new Westinghouse frost-free cold injector refrigerator and freezer with exclusive separate center drawer containing a 7-day meat keeper and porcelain vegetable crisper, and a platform range with 4 high-speed Corox units set into a separate handiwork counter. This entire built-in kitchen, appliances, and cabinets will be yours for the most accurate bid. Price authority, Westinghouse Electric Corporation, Mansfield, Ohio.
Thank you, Don and Tony and June. We're going to ask for an opening bid, Mr. Rice. We'll open with you, of at least $1,000. You may open higher, of course, if you'd like. Minimums will then be 100. Open anywhere you like, as long as it's at least 1,000.
I'll bid 1,000.
Okay, Miss Klein.
What is the minimum?
100.
1,100.
1,100, Mr. Hanahan.
12.
1,200, Mrs. Isaacson.
1,500.
And we're back to Mr. Rice. Mrs. Isaacson pushed it up $300.
I'm a sport all of a sudden.
What was the last bid, Bill?
15.
16.
16, Miss Pine, you're 11.
17.
17, Mr. Hanahan.
18.
He says 18, and we're back to Mrs. Isaacson.
I haven't won anything because I'm so quiet. I think I'll say 2,000.
Good, that's the brave attitude. Mr. Rice, you're 1,600. Top is $2,000.
I'll freeze.
1 out and 3 in. Mrs. Pine, you're 17. Top is $2,000.
21.
21, Mr. Hanahan, you're 18.
22.
22, Miss Isaacson, you're 2,000.
3,000.
Oh.
Wowee, $3,000, and there's the buzzer. Mrs. Pine, this is your last bid. Mr. Rice is out of it. You're 21, top $3,000.
31.
31. Mr. Hanahan, you're 22, top is 31. This is your last bid.
I freeze.
Mrs. Isaacson, you're 3,000, top is 3,100, and this bid ends the game.
32.
Done. Bidding is over. Here we go. The bids are from left to right. $2,200, $3,200 for a high, $1,600 for a low. Mr. Rice is hoping everyone else goes over, and $3,100. Those are the bids, and there's your kitchen. It's all yours, if you come the closest without going over. Wait till you see this. Actual retail price, believe it or not, $3,185.67. Mrs. Pine, you did it again. Mrs. Wilson was over by $14.35. Pass that on down to the winner, if you will, please. How do you like that? Oh, boy. There'll be another fabulous prize to challenge your bidding skill in just a moment. But first, I'd like to share a secret with you that's known to only a few million people. It's a secret that can help keep your skin soft and smooth in spite of winter weather with Dove. Oh, you already know about Dove, do you? Well, then you know it's sort of different from soap. Soap, on one hand, is alkaline, and alkalinity can dry and irritate skin. But Dove, on the other hand, is free of alkali, a completely different formula from soap. Every bar of Dove contains 1/4 cleansing cream. Dove creams your skin while you wash. Science rates it pH 7. That means perfectly mild. And that's why Dove just can't irritate your skin as soaps can. Yes, sir, Dove is the secret to help keep your skin soft and creamy and smooth, even in harsh winter weather. Dove creams your skin while you wash. So whatever you do, keep plenty of wonderful Dove on hand. We do that? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this next one, I can only describe. I have nothing to really show you. I can only tell you about it. Some weeks ago, as a caprice, I think you might call it that, we gave away a number of shares of CBS just to see if they were listening. Well, tonight we have decided, under a request, to give equal time to our company here. So the next item going up for bids is this. 100 shares of RCA stock common, RCA common, 100 shares at the closing price of the market last night. The market wasn't open today, this being a holiday. So you're bidding for 100 shares of RCA stock common at last night's closing price. We're going to ask for an opening bid of at least $1,000, and I think we open with you, do we not, Mrs. Pine? You give us at least $1,000 opening.
$1,000.
$1,000? All right, good. We have minimums on this one of $100. So, Mr. Hennihan, we're over to you. 100 shares of RCA common last night.
Did they bid already?
Oh, yeah, it's already $1,000 to you.
$1,000?
Yes, my goodness. Neat.
Oh, this is what I want the most in the world.
Yes, sir?
1,200,
Miss Isaacson.
I have to be cautious this time, don't I?
All right, I'll give you 5 seconds because we're a little...
5 seconds, I'll say $1,300.
13, Mr. Rice.
14.
14, Miss Pine, you're 1,000.
15.
15, Mr. Hennihan, you were 1,200.
16.
16, Miss Isaacson, we're being conservative.
$1,700.
17, Mr. Rice, you're 14.
18.
18, Miss Pine, you're 15.
19.
19, Mr. Hennihan.
19.
19.
20.
20, 2,000, Miss Isaacson.
2,100.
2,100, Mr. Rice.
22.
22, Mrs. Pine.
I'm going to freeze.
You're out.
Yeah.
3 left. Mr. Hennihan, you're 2. Top's 22.
Help!
22. 23.
Miss Isaacson.
2,450.
24.50, Mr. Rice.
25.50.
25.50 to Mr. Hennihan, who's at 23.
Oh, I don't know. 25.50 is the last?
That's tough.
26.
Your minimums are 100.
26.50.
Okay, Miss Isaacson, you're 24.50.
I freeze.
2 out. The men are alone. Mr. Rice, you're 25.50. Top's 26.50.
27.50.
Mr. Hennihan, this is your last bid. You're 26.50. Top is 27.50. This is your final bid. Mr. Rice has one after you. He's 27.50.
27.50?
That's right.
I don't know.
5 seconds.
27.50?
Yeah.
3,000.
3,000. Mr. Wright, you were 27.50. Top is 3,000. This bid ends the game.
31.
You push it all the way and go to 31 and it's over. Okay, here they are. Bids of $3,000. 24.50. Mr. Rice is high with $3,100. Mrs. Pine is $1,900. We got a lot of reaction from the audience there. Let's see, with your applause, how many of you, with your applause, think Mr. Hennehan will win at $3,000? Anybody? Mrs. Isaacson at $2,450. Mr. Rice at $31. Mrs. Pine at $19. Well, if the audience is right, Mr. Rice, you've done all right. They sometimes are. 100 shares of RCA common stock at last night's closing prices are worth $5,437.50. Mr. Rice at 31. They all come to you. There it is. Pass it on down to Mr. Rice. Congratulations. There you go. We'll have the final scores and the name of the big winner as soon as the tabulation is done. But now a summit meeting to an 8-year-old boy means that his pal down the block is coming over to spend the night. Here's an example.
Yes, youngsters everywhere love Stripe. And that's good, because Stripe contains the finest cleansing, polishing toothpaste, to which we add a wonderful flavor, plus the famous germ killer, hexachlorophene, used by physicians and dentists. When you see these red stripes, you know you're getting the original hexachlorophene toothpaste, Stripe. Stripe's hexachlorophene kills tooth decay germs better than any other toothpaste ingredient. Yes, Stripe's hexachlorophene kills tooth decay germs better than any other toothpaste ingredient.
With Stripe, I feel I give my family the double protection of toothpaste plus mouthwash. Protection against decay, protection against bad breath.
Give your family Stripe's double protection.
And now it's time for the final accounting, so let's go over to old Don Pardo and find out what the scores are. Don, what do you got?
Well, Bill, to Mr. Hennehan, we say we're sorry that you didn't win anything tonight, but congratulations on your past week's victories. Mrs. Isaacson, we have for you over to your left the model ATB Polaroid Land Camera Complete Kit for making finished pictures anywhere without flash bulbs in just 10 seconds with Polaroid's brand new high-speed film. Congratulations. Mr. Wright has won the Surrey, the $500 in cash, and the jackets and the stock for a total of $7,232. And Mrs. Pine has won the bar, the orchestra, and the kitchen for a total of $4,464. I think we have a brand new champ, Bill.
With $7,232, winner and new champion, Mr. Wayne Rice, our truck driver friend from Long Island, New York. Congratulations, Wayne. Thank you, Mr. Hennehan, for coming back. Fun having you. Thank you, Miss Isaacson. Mrs. Pine, a pleasure to have you. Mr. Rice, will you come on back here next week and pick up? I hope you will.
Sure will.
And we'll be looking for you.
Get in touch with Game Show Network. Log on to our website and play our games, or email us your questions and comments. It's www.sony.com/GameShowNet.
Join us again next week when The Price is Right will again be brought to you by Lever Brothers. We'll see you then or tomorrow morning on this station on the daytime Price is Right. Thank you ever so much, and good night, everybody.
The Price is Right has been brought to you by Pure White Dove, the new bath and beauty bar that's better for your skin than the most expensive soap you can buy. Lever Brothers unconditionally guarantees satisfaction or your money back. From the control centers of Radio Free Europe, the Sound of Freedom broadcasts free world truth. Send your dollars to Radio Free Europe Fund, Box 1961, Mount Vernon, New York. The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Don Pardo speaking.
Next in color over most of these NBC stations.